Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted like a pregnancy update in forever, and I told you guys in my last one that I probably wouldn't. I forgot I put my whole ring light on and I forgot to turn it on. Here we go. I mean, you can see the ring in my glasses. Maybe we should take these off. There we go. No makeup, guys. Whew. Okay. Oh, all right. So, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Jeana. I hardly ever wear makeup. I am pregnant with our first baby after 6 years of trying, 2 years of IVF, 3 miscarriages, you name it, we've been through it. This was literally our last chance at becoming parents, and thank you God, I still get emotional about it. I'm getting goosebumps. We are pregnant with a baby boy. I am currently 18 weeks, and I think my last pregnancy update went up to 13 weeks. So I'm going to cover 14 through 18 in this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's just jump into the video. Okay, so I just keep a running list of like all my symptoms and stuff. I'm not going to go through like, I know a lot of people sit down and do these update videos and they tell you everything in the app. I'm not going to do that for every week, guys. I'm just going to like go over like the highlights. Oh my God, these dark circles. Can that be a pregnancy symptom? Let's just call it one. Okay. So I think I went up to 13 weeks. So now I'm gonna do 14 weeks. So 14 weeks, which is obviously 4 weeks ago. I'm still exhausted, still am right now. I was just like, I was texting every pregnant friend, like, when did your tiredness go away? Like, when is mine gonna go away? Because, you know, your second trimester, you're supposed to get your energy back. And, you know, my energy never really came back. It still hasn't. I mean, there's days when I'm just, you know what? I'm just chalking it up to me being a lazy person. Some people are super motivated to get stuff done. I'm just a super tired, lazy person. I had an OB appointment this week, and I wasn't supposed to get an ultrasound, but I found like the best OB in the world, and she completely understands like how nervous I am because of everything we've been through, and she's just, I love her. I'm so happy with the OB that I picked. And she gave me a quick little sneak peek at him, and he was wiggling around, and it was just, it's always so cool to get to like see your baby, you know? Also this week, my gag reflex started getting really bad. In my first trimester, I wasn't nauseous at all. Like I was nauseous, but just like a little nauseous, but not enough to like dry heave and like want to throw up. Starting week 14, every morning I'd wake up and I would just like choke on like my postnasal drip and like gag so hard that like I start tearing. Like it's a chore every morning to brush my teeth. I just am like, when is this gonna end? And it's just like the most annoying thing so far that has happened, because it's like I haven't thrown up, but like, you know, like when you're dry heaving and like you go like, and a little bit of like spit comes up and you like instantly start crying. Like for me at least, I don't like throwing up. I can count on my hand the amount of times I've ever thrown up. I'm still constantly out of breath as well. It's probably because I'm not working out at all. And to me, I'm always so dramatic about, you know, gagging and all of that stuff. So from starting week 14 up until still this week, my gag reflex is out of control. And then I think week 15, I didn't write this down, but now I'm remembering they had me go back a week later to do the spina bifida test. It was just a quick blood test and everything came back normal for that. I just remembered that now. It's not in my notes. So yeah, honestly, like you're going to notice that like my symptoms are mild. Things are going really nice and easy. I just kind of want to share like what I'm going through. That doesn't mean that like somebody else is going to go through this. Somebody else might have worse symptoms. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm so gassy. Everybody's symptoms are different. I'm no doctor. I'm just going off of me. Don't compare yourself to anybody when you're going through this stuff, because every single person is different. I'm just sharing my experience. I just want to say that. I feel like I always forget to like mention that like I'm just sharing my experience, my opinions, my life. I'm not an expert in anything, even though I really wish it could be a job to like be like almost like a fertility advocate. Like I always want to like tell people like the test they should get to, that could be a whole other video, but like I really wish that was a job. But again, I'm not a professional. Okay, week 15. This was the week of Thanksgiving, I believe. Yes, because we told the kids, we told Rob's family side, the kids, nobody took a video, I wish they did, but they were so excited. The girls are older than like Jamie and Stella. Jamie's 8, Stella's 2. Well, oh no, she's 3 now because we told her on her birthday. She could care less, and Jamie's just like, when's he coming out? You know, like they're too little to really get it. But my oldest niece is 13, and then the other one just turned 11, and then the 2 boys, you know, they're excited, but they're not like the girls. The girls are like, yes, I'm gonna be a babysitter, we're finally getting a baby. Like, they're so excited. This week, it was probably too soon. I was feeling like little bubbles and stuff. I don't know if it was gas or baby. I'm not chalking it up to be anything, but I did write down that like I was feeling like little bloop, like I know that it's very early to like feel stuff, but I'm like very in tune with my body, and I literally sit there at night over analyzing every little feel. So who knows? I was getting lots of anxiety this week because this is the week that I decided to email school and talk about like maternity leave and like all of that stuff. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna go back to school in September? For those that don't know, I'm a para at a school which allowed us to get this amazing insurance to do IVF, because before that my husband owns his own business and I was a nanny, so we had to like purchase our own insurance. And the para job, I love it. It pays awful, but the benefits and the insurance are amazing. So I'm like 90% sure that I want to go back to school in September if they'll have me. And my plan is to have like my mother and my mother-in-law split the time with the baby, because it just wouldn't be financially smart for us to like pay for somebody like because like when I tell you the pay is so low, it's so low. But I'm still trying to figure that all out. That's why I was having so much anxiety that week. I'm the kind of person that once I start thinking of something, I have to solve it, and the anxiety does not go away until I solve it. It's usually like a money situation. I need to write up numbers and I need to figure it all out, like, because at the same time all this anxiety from this is going on, I was trying to figure out like if we could afford for me just to do that. Because as you know, like I also nanny after school, which is a great chunk. I actually make more nannying after school for a few hours than I make at the para job. That's how crazy it is. But it'll work out. I'm a hustler. I will find a way to make it work. Because I love going to school every day. I love the people there. I love the middle school atmosphere. And I love the insurance. It's amazing. But that was why I was getting a lot of anxiety, because, you know, figuring out big life changes is hard, and I hate change. And I know that this is always a change that I've wanted, but it's just like, it's a change that like we never really thought would happen. So now like we're like dealing with like real life issues, you know? I was getting a lot of gagging still. Gagging is going to be like the biggest thing. My nipples are getting like really dry, like TMI. You're watching a pregnancy update, so I assume that you figured that's gonna happen. What is the circle around your nipple? The areola? I hate these words. It just got like very dry. I don't know if that's anything. You know what I noticed also this week? I'm usually a super emotional person, and like I have not been that emotional. Like I have not had like a deep like crying anything. Like I get very emotional when I'm telling people like I'm pregnant after all of this. Like I had an OB appointment yesterday. I'll get to that at the end. And it was a nurse I never saw before, and I was telling her, and I just, you know, like telling people how happy and excited and like just how much of a miracle this is, that gets me because now I'm getting emotional again. That's what gets me emotional. But like, whew. Other things have not. It's so weird. Like I talk about mentioning not getting emotional, and here I am getting emotional. But that's pretty much like wraps up week 15. Honestly, my pregnancy's been pretty boring. Knock on wood. Wood's right here. Wood's right here. Sorry, Buster. Buster heard the knocking. I was just knocking on wood. I'm getting a lot of anxiety about him. My very good friend that I met through like the Infertile Mafia podcast that I love, and we've just became like great internet friends. She sent me a resource to like a dog behaviorist, because she has a bunch of dogs, and I actually have to like reach out to the guy. I'm very nervous how he's gonna act, because he's an older dog and he's gotten all of our attention for the past, he's 10, but I've been in his life since he was 2, so 8. I'm sorry. Just gas all the time. He's spoiled. And he is like, as he gets older, he's getting grumpier, so I'm getting a little nervous. I mean, he's great with Jamie and Stella, and I don't think he would do anything, but it does make me nervous because he wants all the attention. But anyway, okay, week 16. Week 16, I started getting like really, really bad dreams, like scary, like very vivid, like I'm gonna miscarry dreams. And it was a very random, weird. My dreams never make sense. Leave a comment down below if your dreams never make any sense. Like it'll be like the weirdest situation, and like I'm just like jumping from area to area. Just looked in the mirror at me sitting down. It's looking gross. It's not just bump, it's like chunk. But I'll get to my weight later. I was sleeping at a best friend's house, my best friend Danielle. I haven't slept at her house in forever, but I was just kind of laying there, and like I was gushing blood. Legit, like I was just like laying there with like my feet up, like watching a TV show with her, and just like gushing blood. And I woke up like sweating. I had to go to the bathroom, of course. Thank God, no blood. But like, this is not the first time that kind of dream happened where like I want to get up and just go check. But they started happening at week 16. I also noticed more about my nips. They seem to look darker. But week 16 seemed boring. All right, week 17, which was last week, because week 18 switched to on Tuesday. So I'm just going to give you a little bit about week 18, just mostly like my doctor's appointment yesterday. So week 17, I feel like I definitely was feeling more movement. I actually asked the doctor yesterday if it could be, and she said absolutely. Just like the tiniest little like bloop, bloop, like just like imagine just like touching your skin like this. Like I'll feel something like that at night. I only ever feel it at night, really. When I'm laying in bed, of course, over analyzing every little feeling. So who actually knows if it's real or in my head? But like as a person that has tried to have a baby all this time, if you ever start trying, like actively trying to have a baby, like you overanalyze every little feeling in your body, you get to really know your body well, like during all of that. But who knows if it was real. My heartburn has been out of control. Usually just gluten gives me heartburn, but everything's giving me heartburn. I literally live on Tums. I do my breath. Everything. Like I try really hard to be gluten-free. I have not been perfect at all. My whole diet has not been perfect, and it is what it is. But the heartburn is out of control. Also this week, another TMI, I noticed another nip thing. Like almost like goo coming out. Like I guess like, I don't know. I know that like you don't get your milk until the baby comes, but like something's coming out. Like it's not like, it's like dried up goo. I don't know. None of the apps have mentioned that happening. But yeah, that's it. The gagging still continued last week. This morning, I actually thought I was gonna like, just thinking about it, just talking about the gagging has like make me gaggy. Like I can't pick up Buster's poop anymore. It legit like pushes me over the edge. And it's just, it's so bad. Okay, now I turned 18 weeks on December 15th. I'm filming this on the 17th. I hope to have it up tomorrow for you guys on Friday. So I'm 18 weeks now, which will just bring me to my doctor's appointment that was yesterday. I just had like, right now I'm doing appointments every 4 weeks. And I just went in, this was time she just did the Doppler, but she was checking his heartbeat and it was fine. But then for like 10 or 15 seconds, the heartbeat kind of went really low. I just thought maybe she just wasn't getting an accurate reading. Then I noticed she was doing it for a lot longer, but then the heartbeat went back to normal. It was at 147. She didn't tell me what it was when it was lower, but it hurt really bad for her to like be pressing that down there for so long. So I was just like, oh my God, when is this gonna be over? Like, why is she checking for so long? Like, I didn't know if this was the first time that I ever went to an appointment where they just checked the heartbeat. So, I just didn't know like what was happening. So when she was done, I was like, was it normal that, you know, his heartbeat went lower? And she's like, it's not normal, but I'm not really concerned because, this happens, she says, that like he might have rolled over on like his umbilical cord to cause like the heart rate to go down a little bit. She was like pushing on one side to like, I don't know, maybe get him to move. And then once she did that, the heart rate went back to normal. She told me not to worry, but of course I was very worried. She told me not to Google which of course I did. For a while I didn't because I was like terrified of what I'd see, but then I just needed like some kind of reassurance. So I Googled, and it, you know, a lot of things were telling me that this is normal because the baby's heart rate kind of fluctuates. And the way she also explained to me too is that like babies are moving around all the time, and it could just so happen that like we happen to be listening on a time that he might have rolled over on his umbilical cord or something to like reduce the airflow. I don't know. But she wants me to come back in a week to check it. She did say that like if I was super anxious and I felt like I needed to come back in 2 days, to come back in 2 days. But just like every appointment makes me very anxious. So my gut is not telling me anything's wrong. And if there is like a slight heart problem, I know that, you know, forgive me for saying this, but like there's worse things that could happen. Like if a heart problem is like our only issue, if there is one, I'm not saying that there is, like I'm okay. Like I know that there's a lot worse things out there. I'm just trying to like calm my thoughts by talking myself off the ledge with all of my own thoughts. You know what I mean? My first thoughts were like, I'm going to make an appointment for like a private ultrasound, and I'm going to call her right away tomorrow morning to say that I need to get in there on Friday. But then after talking about it with Rob and just like doing some Googling, and I asked on a few Facebook groups, you know, I kind of went crazy. I'm just like going to wait till Wednesday because I still feel, I felt him again last night, and I don't want to have that constant anxiety, like pre-appointment anxiety that I get. So I'm just going to wait until Wednesday, and then we'll check his heartbeat again, and I'm sure everything is going to be fine. I'll show you guys the bump in a minute. Sorry, my skin is also so dry, but I'm pretty sure that's because I'm washing my hands every 30 seconds. I'm thirsty still all the time. I crave ice water. I'm always wanting ice water, and I have to like cut myself off at like bedtime because then I'm not peeing every 3 hours. Where's my water now? I think I left it downstairs. I'm still at school. I asked my primary care doctor because I actually had a physical this week, which everything was fine. And then I asked the OB again. I'm always asking like, should I be at school? She's like, just wear your mask. Like nobody's, because there aren't a lot of kids at school as it is. We have different cohorts coming in, and right now because of the holidays, a lot of kids opted to stay home until January anyway. So I'm fine being at school. As far as weight gain goes, I've only gained 10 pounds, and I'm just like, it's mostly here, and I don't know how I haven't gained more weight, to be honest with you. I'm eating everything that I want, so I don't know, maybe it'll pack on at the end. But anyway, I'll show you guys the quick bump. I'm not wearing maternity pants right now, but it just looks like a beer belly right now. But this is it. I am getting that dark line. I don't know the name of it. This is my appendix scar. But I definitely can't suck it in anymore. It definitely looks cuter when you have like maternity leggings on or pants, because it like kind of hides all the lumps. I am not religiously oiling it up. I know that you should to prevent stretch marks. I'm getting to the point where like non-maternity pants are uncomfortable. What am I rubbing on my belly? It's nothing amazing. It should be more natural, but I just grabbed it. The Palmer stuff, I hate the scent. And you know me, I hate anything with fragrance, but it was just something that I grabbed, and I think that's what's like pushing me away from using it. I need to pick up something else. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But I'm trying really hard not to buy like maternity tops. I'm trying to just buy like bigger shirts. Like this is a top from Old Navy. It's like that Luxe brand, and they're very flowy and stretchy. Because I want to have like, I feel like maternity clothes are a waste of money. What was my train of thought? But I'm trying to buy things as I go. I'm not buying like a bunch in advance. I bought like a few things actually that I'm just going to return from Target and Old Navy because they're shirts. I don't like maternity shirts. I don't like this ruched on the side because I'm not like at the point where like it looks normal yet. So I'm kind of just like wearing oversized sweaters and shirts and stuff, but the leggings are a must, and the jeans, and I have one pair of black pants. I love the maternity leggings from Target. Unfortunately online right now in size medium, and the black ones are sold out, so I'm sad. I stalk every day because I want another pair of them. They're my favorite. All right, so that wraps up week 14 to half of 18. I'll probably finish 18 in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions for me, please leave them down below. I'm just like constantly having heartburn and gas. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.